Hey guys, I am Richard Perry from CyberJA, and you will definitely agree with me that cyberspace is a crazy place to be. But guess what? We just have to know how to navigate it safely. Just with all things, there is always negative and positives. Of such, I just want you to be on the alert for scamming or hacking activities because they are on the rise than ever before. Many persons, even companies, have been scammed of valuable data and millions of dollars, not to mention the lives that have been destroyed because persons or individuals simply fail to stop, think, and ask questions before clicking on links sent in emails, text messages, WhatsApp messages, and even on the websites that we visit from time to time, among the many other social engineering techniques that have been used by these individuals to gain valuables from us. Now, the aim of this uh, presentation is to show you what can happen if you click on a forwarded WhatsApp message or even a text message without stopping to think or ask questions. And secondly, to provide you with quick, helpful techniques to prevent this from happening to you or even your loved ones. So let's get into this short demo that I'll be sharing with you of what can happen if you click on a forwarded WhatsApp message or even a text message or even an email, of what could actually take place in the background without you being unaware of what is actually happening. And in this case, I will be pretending to be the bad guy. And I will not be getting too much into the technicalities of what is on the screen, but let's just pretend that I am the bad guy in the background. What I am doing is creating what is known as a malicious file or payload that I will be delivering to you in a attractive way. And normally what is done is that this payload, or what they call a backdoor, is created, and then it is then fixed, for example, in the form of a picture or a link or a email that's look really attractive. You will not stop to think to say, yes, this is something that is fictitious. So in the background, I'm the bad guy. I've created a file. What I'm doing now is simply just creating a fictitious, what they call a payload, uh, that will be sent to your phone. And then what happens that your friends and other persons will continuously pass this information around without even knowing what is happening in the background. All right, so let me just quickly get all this information up and running on my screen. Right. So all I'm doing right now is simply just creating that exploit this malicious file, and I'm going to be sending this information, creating this exploit as I describe it. And this exploit can be delivered in the form of a email, in the form of a text message, in the form of a WhatsApp message, even to create links on websites for you to click on. But in this case, we're just focusing on a WhatsApp message and what can happen. All right, so there we have it, that the bad guy in the background has created this fictitious file, and he has somewhat found some way to send it out in WhatsApp or in an email, and just waiting for somebody to fall prey or to fall victim to this information. All right, so here we have a virtual copy of an Android phone on our screen. All right, and let's say that this is your phone. So this is pretty much a copy of of an Android device or your phone, and then you go ahead. Let me quickly adjust the screen so that you are able to see much better. Right, so this information is now passed around without you being aware. You go to this file, you go to your phone, someone is sending an email, or even to go to some source on the internet. You click on this information, then you decide to download that file from a website, or even to open the file on your from within your WhatsApp message, and you decide to download that file. All right, so there we have the file. Let's say you have downloaded the file from a link passed in your WhatsApp. All right, and the name of the file that I sent or created was in the background. All right, let me just open this file. Okay, just a second. Okay, let me just go to my download folder. Okay. All right, so there we have our file, and you unaware just click on that file without even reading what's taking place on your phone. Right, and there we have the file that you downloaded via the WhatsApp message. But very importantly is that you're not paying attention to what is the information that pops up on your phone. And many times persons don't really look at what is there. Persons just click next, 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 because all you want is to see what the application does, or you want to see the website that this information actually sends you to, especially in cases whereby persons are told that they are winners of prizes and things such as that. But in this case, the email was sent or the WhatsApp message was sent with the link. You click on the link and you decided to install that application or to go to the website, but unknowingly in the background, this is what is happening. So recognize on screen, the file is modifying your system, right? It now has access to your read call log, your write call log. You're now able to, I am now in the background as a bad guy, I'm now able to take pictures and videos without you even being aware. Modify your contacts, read your contacts, access things such as your location, access precision, your audio, and to do various things on your phone, to track your websites, to see what links, to see your credit card information that is saved on your phone, and all of these among many other data. And as soon as this is done, then all of this activity will be sent back to me, well, just for the demo's sake, right? But to the bad guys, and they will be able to collect all of this data that they can now use to their advantage, right? Now that is, to me, that is very scary, right? But the good thing is that in this presentation, I'll be quickly pointing out a number of pointers that you can use to safeguard yourself from these malicious attacks. Okay, all right, so let's just look at simple steps or tips to check if a WhatsApp forwarded message is real or fake, right? And I want you to pay close attention and to really take these very seriously. Very importantly, look for the forwarded label, right? Look for the forwarded label. Now, whenever you receive a message from someone, check for the forwarded label on top, right? If the label is present, it means the message was not composed by the sender himself, but by someone else. The forwarded label should serve as an important indicator for you to think twice before forwarding such messages. And it shows that 78% of WhatsApp forwards are known to contain rumors and false information. This feature is only available in a few countries for now and is likely to be introduced in many others. Right? So always pay attention to the forwarded label. Secondly, Google it. Right? Always have a curious mind. Find out whether or not this is actually true. Right? We are privileged to be born in the age of Google. It merely takes a few seconds to Google anything. Just copy and paste the contents of the WhatsApp message in the Google search bar and the truth will be found out. Right? No matter, even if the information was shared by a close friend or a colleague, always Google it. Right? Guys, please be on the alert. If you read a message that makes you angry or afraid, ask whether it was shared to make you feel that way. And if the answer is yes, they are not worth considering. The majority of such messages circulated on WhatsApp are false, and that cannot be emphasized. Is the image photoshopped? And by Photoshop, we mean that if the image has been altered from its original content. Right? If you read a message, right? So images can be verified for whether or not it's authentic by doing a reverse image search on Google. Just drag and drop or upload the photo in the Google image search bar and it will bring up the source of that image. Sometimes the photo is real, but the story around it is not. Common sense and logical thinking help, but burst such messages, right? So always check those messages or links before clicking on those. The fifth thing that you want to do is ask whether or not that video is real, right? So when you see an unusual WhatsApp video, just ask yourself, can this be real? Go through the video frame by frame where possible. Google about the video, see what comes up. Also check for any news coverage related to it. In many instances, the video might be real, but the additional information that is there is old or outdated. And as I said before, it might be attached to lure you into clicking and stumbling to download fictitious information or backdoor on your phone that can be used to gain access by the bad guys, which I demonstrated earlier. The sixth thing is URL website links can be deceptive, right? So never fall for the URL link shared on a WhatsApp message. Even though the links appear to be from well-known websites, they actually may not be. Fraudsters purposely use similar website names to confuse and trick readers. Most of these links are fake and take you to websites that steal your personal information or advertise certain unwanted products. And when in doubt, leave it out. Do not click on those links. If you feel the link looks suspicious or you are just not sure if it's legitimate, don't take the risk of clicking on it. 7. Use fact-checking hoax websites. Have you visited a fact-checking hoax website? And there are many websites that you can use to see whether or not the information being circulated is true or false. Websites such as Snopes.com, you have factcheck.org, right? You can also find many hoax busting or fact finding websites specific to your country or region. Just Google for them and you will find a few. Do your own detective work and feel more confident in being able to identify fact versus fiction. And the very last one, which I think is super important, this is the most important, right? Use common sense. All right, guys, use common sense. Pista or KFC is giving away free meals. Microsoft is giving away um, Microsoft Windows licenses, right? WhatsApp is asking you for money. WhatsApp is offering you money. They are obvious fakes. Just apply common sense. If you did not buy it, if you did not enter into a raffle, you cannot win anything. Right? Simply always apply common sense. Ask questions. So there we have it, guys. 8 tips that you can use to check if a WhatsApp forward message is real or fake. Right? So stop, think, and ask questions before clicking on links in emails, on websites, in your text messages, in your WhatsApp messages. And for sure, guys, I definitely hope that you found this quite informative and helpful. And definitely don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I am Richie Perry. Thanks for taking the time to tune in with me in this video presentation. All right. See you in future videos.